Alrighty, howdy folks. Welcome to my Me Made May, day 21. Hi, I'm Simone. This is Goblin Fruit. This is just where I talk about my Me Mades. But today we're actually going to talk slightly more about the Goblin Fruit Collection. I did promise yesterday to have a little unboxing. It still hasn't arrived. And I don't know why I expected it to arrive so soon. Normally parcels in Australia, I mean, I see people in like America and the UK going, it arrived the next day. That doesn't really happen here. Certainly doesn't happen in Western Australia, even though this parcel is from another place in Western Australia. But Australia Post keeps sending me an email every morning saying, your package is on the truck to be delivered today. It's not. It's fine. It's fine. So I'm sorry I couldn't find the comment now that I went to go through and find it. So I remember your name. But somebody said they wanted me to talk more about the pieces that have been in the background behind me. Which is fair enough, and I love the idea. But first, it's kind of slightly related. We'll talk about what I'm wearing, because I am talking about some collection pieces. So like the pom-pom dress here. This is Snowflake. We'll get to her. I thought I would wear like the only piece from the collection showpieces that fits me. Because, yeah, they were made for models. And the majority of models who went down the catwalk were tiny. So yeah, this piece was too big for the model, so it's now too small for me. But it's probably the only one of my collection pieces that I'll keep. This is from my graduate collection. So I have my graduate collection and I have my Perth Fashion Festival Collection. Some of those pieces got remade for client orders. And some of them never did, depending on what people were interested in, obviously. Some of them couldn't be remade because they were repurposed textiles, so there's no kind of supply on those textiles. But I thought I'd just talk about a couple of them, just so you can see what techniques I used, I guess, stuff like that. So this is the board jumpsuit that I'm wearing today for day 21 of Me Made May. It's called the board jumpsuit because of that. It was made well before ISO life, but it's so appropriate. Not that I'll ever really be bored. I can always find a million things to do, but yeah, no. So she zips all the way down and through and up to the back. So if you've ever been concerned about going to the bathroom while wearing a jumpsuit, this is your baby. What else can I say? Okay, so the applique on the back is the same. I've also done that applique on a couple of other pieces, like the Snowflake dress. How I did that, like this is, I don't know if you can tell, you see, it is a Chuck's wipe, like a dish wipe, which is just play on ideas about domesticity and feminism and stuff like that, which ran through both of those collections quite heavily. My domestic goddess self, totally, 100%. So the applique is done with Visor Fix, which is like, it's a double-sided type of interfacing, but it's got a surface on it so you can glue it down. So I glued it down to the Chuck's wipe first. Then I traced my board text, and then I cut it out, and then obviously upside down, and then I turned it over and placed it, I took the protective film off the Visor Fix, and then placed it down onto the back panel and ironed it on, and then I've top stitched it as well. I mean, I think the iron-on glue is pretty strong, but I like a proper finish, so it's been stitched as well. This guy, all the stitchings have been bias finished, so you can see sort of, so it gets stitched and turned out, and then the raw edges are bias taped. It's the same on the ankles, but I can't get my leg that far up to show you. So, what else? Okay, she's got no side seam. and no inside seam. The pocket is set into like a slightly offset front seam, and then there is a center back seam up the butt as well. I mean, I really like this finish on these pants because they give you a lot of shape over the bottom, but they're still not so tight that it's hard to sit down. Like, there's still like lots of room. I can totally eat my breakfast in there. Up here, not so much. Down there. I mean, I am not concerned about the fact that I bust the stitching. Obviously, I can sew it back together, but I actually think I probably should let the other one on that side out as well, and that'll stop that zip from moving across if it's even on both sides. So yeah, this is elastic. It's mostly just for show though, because then the denim under here, so through to get this, can you see the shape? My power boobies, my pointiness. My boobs are a bit big actually to fill that. So the shape is a little bit getting pushed aside, but it's done with foam. So it's all Visor Fix again, the foam fixed onto the denim, and then I think I did it that way. I can't remember, it was a couple of years ago. I know I did at least one of them that way. And then, yeah, all seamed in to create this very firm finish with, yeah, I don't know if you can see all the panels. So there's a yoke panel that comes down, and then this is one piece that is the sleeve, and then there are the more corseted type pieces underneath with the foam. Yeah, so it's like a bra cup set into the shirt finish. Yay, which was a motif that I used in a couple of pieces. Yeah, so that's the jumpsuit. The thing that somebody asked about in the background was this, and there was a couple of other tulle pieces hanging on that rack. Those tulle pieces have gone to new homes because I've done a sale on the website and on Instagram of some of these collection pieces, like heavily reduced, to try and make some money for a new collection, and mostly just to justify having the website. Shopify websites are expensive if you are considering getting one. They're quite expensive. So this one was the showpiece for the Telstra Perth Fashion Festival show. When she walked down the catwalk, it didn't look as I would have liked it to. Perth Fashion Festival has now dissolved amidst massive amounts of debt, and to say that I wasn't pleased would be an understatement. We got on well. It was a good time. It was a good time had by everybody. Did it once, won't do it again. So yeah, she's obviously completely see-through coral polka dot tulle with this very kind of vintage slip sort of a shape. So the bra cups, and then this ties, and you can pull it as tight or as loose as you want through the center front. Then all of these pom-poms, like, so it's got a big ruffle on the bottom, this dress. I don't know if you can see it. If I move it that way, the ruffle's probably more obvious. So there's huge amounts of fabric in that ruffle. And then all of these pom-poms are stitched on. These pom-poms were made by members of my family. And myself. Over weeks. They took forever pom-pom making with, I should have bought one over to, it's that nylon crochet thread that you make nana coat hangers out of. So yeah, it was all kind of a part of, I mean, I guess there was like lots of family and female craft and ideas of bygone kind of craft pursuits and also kind of ideas about the value of these female industries, that, you know, you're expected to kind of do it for free as kind of family free labor, so that job is not valued like in a monetary kind of sense. So yeah, those sorts of ideas. But also she has appliqued down the side there, snowflake, it says, in satin, that same method that I did on the back. So yeah, she's my very special little snowflake. She's one of a kind. Oh, and it ties at the back. Yay. like this. Yeah, so mostly kind of lingerie techniques. I mean, this is all sort of French seamed. This like big side panel that comes down the side, and these guys, and then it's just elastic trim. I think I did put something more into that elastic to hold it up because this is really heavy. I can't remember what I did now. Or is there another tulle layer underneath? Yeah, there's a second tulle layer underneath that's not so stretchy. That's what kind of holds the weight. I did want to show you 3 other things, just because, well, this one, my friend who's ordered 2 bodysuits, my friend in Poland who's been a wonderful customer over a lot of years, asked about this piece, which I'd completely forgotten about. It was made at the very, very last minute as an undergarment for a very, very small-chested model to show underneath one of the pieces. But it has screen printed on the bottom. Not tonight, honey. I have a headache. And yeah, this is all that foam to get that pointed shape. Then this vintage trim, some wonderful 80s hot I don't think you can quite see it on the camera, but it's neon pink nylon to match this. In fact, I think the model actually wore it under this. I think that's what happened. It sat open, and then yeah, there was a little bit of bralette because there was another bra that ended up going into another outfit, another pink satin bra. If anybody's a fan of Stranger Things, this is the Demi Gorgon jacket. Another friend of mine, I think, has dibs on this. So I've been nervous to sell it because there's actually some damage to the inside. But maybe she'll get over. I don't know. I'll ask her. But all right, it's the Demi Gorgon jacket. It says 1983. I screen printed that, and then I screen printed the back, and it says "Here be Demi Gorgons," with the little Demi Gorgon on the back, and then these lights, the Christmas lights, they do actually light up. Let's see if I can get it to. Can you see them? Kind of hard to see on camera because the sun coming in the window is really bright. Oh, those ones at the top there don't look like they're working. Oh no! Not that side either. Oh, some engineering might have to happen. Electronics, that's what I'm trying to say. But yeah, part of this, I need to gear myself up to making jackets again. I am perfectly capable of making jackets. I clearly just choose not to. I'm also perfectly capable of making really complicated things, but I clearly just choose not to. The inside fleece, it's like a minky fleece, and that's a spoonflower print that I did. So it's my upside down. The damage to it is that, well, obviously now that the lights are a bit shot, but also the inside of one of these sleeves is like ripped straight through the lining. Oh yeah, see, there it is. So I've got to get in there and fix that. I've also lined it in polyester wadding. Forgot that I did that. Ugh, it's going to be a pain to fix. Maybe I should just hand stitch it shut from the outside. I think that's probably what I should do. Where's your pocket? Maybe I should just keep it. It's lots of fun. I don't go to enough parties to go and light up though, and I don't go to any parties, let's be honest. But the fabric is I found at Anglicare, so it's secondhand fabric. So yeah, this is one that won't be repeated. But also, I mean, I don't have the ability to do all the screen printing anymore either. I don't have access to those facilities anymore. But I mean, screen printing's fun. So that one, and the last thing I thought I'd show you. I don't know if anybody will ever buy it off me because it's so wackadoo, but I love it. This jacket, it's all about the textile. I can hear rustle. It's plastic. This is nappy plastic. So it's a layer of nappy plastic, a layer of tulle, and then I gathered all of that by hand. I put a running stitch through on the machine, like all of the quilting, and then gathered it all in by hand. So it is plastic. It's very Blade Runner, don't you think? It's clear. I saw the Closet Historian do a Blade Runner inspired lookbook. It was great. I loved it. She did that very 1940s thing that the main female character has. I can't remember her name. Anyway. So you can see all my collar and everything straight through it. Completely see-through. Oh, and because it's been sitting on a hanger, it's gone all popped up. Oh dear. I'm going to have to do something about that. She might need to fold into a closet or something. But, ta-da! Seriously, it's crazy. It has hook and eyes through here. I'm not going to fiddle around doing those up. And then zip pockets with the same pink nylon inside. Anyway, that's the crazy things I make. Here we go. Stop looking at my jacket. Look at my face. Hi. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope that was something. I'm glad somebody asked about the pom-pom dress, the snowflake dress, because she really was a massive labour of love. Huge thanks to every member of my family, even my sister, she's an interior designer. She's creative, but not of the crafty kind of type. I made her make pom-poms. I made her make lots of pom-poms. My mum made heaps, and my grandmother. My grandmother and my mum also knitted and crocheted tights and socks for the show. So 3 generations of female love. I need to maybe leave this one folded up. Yeah. Happy Me day 21. All right, have a lovely day, guys. See ya. Oh, I always forget. Like, subscribe. I'm trying to get some subscribers up to justify doing this every day after May. I mean, I won't be doing it every day, but even just to still keep going after May. So, because I was kind of do it just to keep myself amused during this COVID time, but I really do need to justify spending the time. So, if somebody's watching, that's a justification. So yeah, please like, comment, subscribe, tell me what you thought about my crazy ideas, and lots of love. Stay safe. Bye.